y'all, what if I told you that Glock, one of the most iconic names behind the most popular pistols, not only in America but in the world, is now facing a major lawsuit over its role in a mass shooting in the New York City subway? Well, in its role, their words, not mine. And it's not just about the gun here, it's about how it was marketed, who it was sold to, and the industry's alleged efforts to fuel a very dangerous secondary market. Stick around, because today I'm going to dive into a 37-page federal lawsuit that was just filed that could shake the gun industry to its core if this is successful. Before I jump in, make sure you hit the subscribe button and ring the bell icon so that you don't miss any updates that affect our Second Amendment rights. And also, a big thank you to our sponsor, Blackout Coffee, a family-owned business based in Florida. We focus on small batch, freshly roasted coffee, emphasizing quality and robust flavors. Blackout sources high-quality beans directly from farmers and cooperatives worldwide, paying above fair trade prices to support sustainable practices. That's what means the most to us. We offer a variety of roasts, medium, dark, and flavored options, and we align with conservative American values, supporting military, first responders, and organizations like Gun Owners of America, Second Amendment Foundation, and Firearms Policy Coalition. We also run Operation Blackout, a program donating coffee to our troops deployed overseas. Check us out at blackoutcoffee.com/GNG and use code GNG10 to save 10% on your order. All right, in April of 2022, chaos erupted in Brooklyn when Frank James opened fire on a subway train using his Glock 17. That's right after Kathy Hochul made everything safe as a gun-free zone. Now, two victims, I'm going to butcher these names, Farong Hu and Zhujiang Yi, were shot and injured on their way to school. Now, they're suing Glock because obviously the inanimate object is at fault. They should sue the subway too, whoever made the subway, because the subway allowed these people on. They should sue Kathy Hochul because she created this whole environment. But yeah, they're suing Glock, not just for the shooting, but for what they're calling the company's negligent marketing. I bet you can guess which way they vote, if I only give you one shot. They're also suing based off of distribution practices and contribution to a public nuisance. Remember, that's that whole law that was passed, 5 years ago in New York. All right, James allegedly threw smoke grenades and opened fire with a Glock 17, injuring 10 people by gunfire and wounding others in the panic. He fled the scene, sparking a 29-hour manhunt that ended with his arrest. Investigators say he legally purchased the Glock pistol from a pawn shop in Ohio in 2011. So, yeah, okay, he owned it legally. Remember, criminals are criminals. Murder laws didn't stop him from murdering. You can never guess when somebody is doing something right that they'll end up doing something wrong. And you can't sue. I'm going to sue this case maker because I dropped my iPhone. Anyway, I'm preaching. Here's where it gets interesting, guys. The plaintiffs claim that Glock knew their distribution methods were helping guns end up in criminal hands, and they did nothing to stop it. Well, apparently these people know nothing about how manufacturers actually sell guns. The lawsuit accuses Glock of flooding the market with more guns than the legal market demands. What a bunch of idiots. Also ignoring ATF warnings about distributors tied to criminal activity, failing to implement basic safeguards to prevent straw purchases. Manufacturers can't do that. That's the FFL. Encouraging resale of police trade in Glocks into civilian hands, often through pawn shops and unregulated markets because they think the police department Glocks are more dangerous. This lawsuit is just full of bullshit. But what's even more shocking is the plaintiffs argue Glock built its brand on intentional glorification in movies, video games, and rap music, associating its firearms with violence and urban masculinity. Wow. The lawsuit even references lyrics by Tupac, Dr. Dre, and dozens of Hollywood films where Glocks are featured. Stretch much? The legal foundation for this lawsuit comes from New York's general business law. It's Section 898. It's a 2021 statute aimed at holding gun manufacturers liable when their practices contribute to the public health crisis. And that was under Governor Cuomo before he was shamefully forced to quit. The plaintiffs claim Glock's marketing and distribution violated this law and created a foreseeable risk to harm innocent New Yorkers. They also allege Glock marketed to law enforcement first to build credibility, then used that trust to market to civilians, even knowing that many guns were ending up in the wrong hands. They also say that Glock failed to act even after being alerted to risks by federal agencies, which again is horse shit. Now if this case succeeds, it could open the floodgates for similar lawsuits against every other manufacturer of firearms. New York's law was specifically crafted to pierce the protections once guaranteed under the Federal Protection of Lawful Commerce in Arms Act, or PLACA, or it's a terrible law. It's 100% unconstitutional, but it's New York, and other states have started to do these exact same laws. So that means that the anti-gun lobby may have found a new legal weapon to take on the gun industry by suing them out of business and targeting their marketing strategies. Whether this case holds water in court remains to be seen, but what's clear is this: the Second Amendment community needs to be alert on this. If gun makers can be sued over what a criminal does with their legally purchased products, then the next wave of attacks on our rights won't come through the front door, it'll come through the courtroom and the back door gun control. Now let me know what you guys and gals think about this lawsuit in the comments. Do you think lawsuits like this threaten our rights, or are they a necessary tool for accountability? I threw that in there to see, because I know there are some people who watch my videos that are anti-gun. I want to hear what they say on that as well. Don't forget to support companies that support your freedom. Grab a fresh bag of Liberty-fueled beans from Blackout Coffee. Remember, when you order, it is roasted and sent to you within 2 days of roasting. It's as fresh as it can possibly be. You will not find a single coffee on any shelf in any supermarket that is 2 to 3 days from being roasted. You're just not going to. Links down below. I appreciate each and every single one of you. Thank you so much for your support. And God bless America. And hopefully this lawsuit and others like it are demolished. Take care.